I'm Eggy Drago. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. I'm a part-time video store clerk, a part-time brawler. Oh yeah, and a full-time human being. Wow. When I went to Tokyo back in February 2024, I went to an idol concert on a whim because my VTuber Oshi, who graduated, was into that scene. Needless to say, I got hooked. We bought way too many checkies. So much so that we have 2 checky books. 2 checky namakans. All hail the checky namakan. All hail the checky namakan. All hail the checky namakan. After talking to a few idols, I realized every single one of them has a story, be it why they chased this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do. Learn more about the idol culture, the various scenes around the world, and to give them a platform to tell their stories. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ. A tenured member of the SoCal idol scene and a member of Aquarius, we'll talk to Lily about her idol journey. All eyes on me. IDOLEYEZ, episode 29. Lily of Aquarius. Tonight. Here we go. Wow. Oh my god. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. And I am also Mighty Eggy Drago, and we are here for IDOLEYEZ episode 29 with our guest for tonight. She is the pink princess of Aquarius. She is a SoCal idol veteran. This is Lily. Hi, Lily.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm Lily, everyone.
Thank you. It's been a long time coming. I think, yeah, like 2 months ago. Yeah.
Yes.
We got in contact and then we set something up, but now we're here. So
we're here.
So welcome to IDOLEYEZ. And let's just get things rolling here as we take every single guest back to the past. And I might as well ask you this. The very first question: who or what got you into idol culture or J-pop culture?
Oh man, so I didn't know about idol culture until I think like most people until Love Live.
Love Live.
Yeah, honestly, I was very into Annie songs and I love listening to anime openings. So I didn't know Byono like for the Shigachara openings, but I didn't really get into like much into their group, into the like idol culture from there. Not until I found Love Live, and that's really where I found like there's like, you know, whole idol culture in Japan, and like that's where I started getting more into like different idols. Yeah.
Who would you say is your favorite Love Live girl then?
Oh, that's so hard. There's so many of them. Well, my OG is Nozomi. Always, yes,
yeah.
I love Nozomi. There is this one character I am slowly getting interested in, and she's from the, I think Hatsuno Soda, is that what they're called? It's like the VTuber one.
Oh yeah, that's way beyond me. Like I know, like, you know, Muse and Aqua, and then
Aqua.
That's about it. That cut off.
Yeah, there's actually this like their VTuber group. There's someone named Hime something, and she reminds me of me because she has pink hair and her name, there's princess in her name. So I was like, I need to get into you.
Going back to like, I guess like idol, actual JP idol music in general, who would you say is like your very first like favorite group or like soloist?
Other than Love Live or
other than Love Live, yeah.
My very first? Oh god. I think it would have to. Well, after discovering Love Live, that's when I started going back to Byono and like realizing, oh my gosh, they're an idol group. They don't just sing, you know, songs, like opening songs and stuff. Similar to Jelly, Byono, and then another idol group would be, what was their? It was just a bunch of Love Live from there, and then I started trying to get into Idol Master as well. IMAS. Currently though, I'm listening to a lot of like Equal Love and Yoruami.
Mm,
Yeah. Oh,
interesting.
and Phantom Sita too. Phantom
Oh
Sita
yeah.
has been, yes,
With
they have been amazing.
are you going to like one of the shows or not?
Unfortunately, I'm not. It's standing only, and it's on a weekday. And as someone who is only 5 feet,
Oh
I don't,
no.
I don't think I could enjoy it if I'm in the back.
Yeah. I saw like the ticket prices. I'm like, maybe not. I don't know.
I'm scared that they're gonna get more popular and then it's gonna be like higher prices. But
For sure.
but yeah, I'm not going to that one, unfortunately.
Yeah. What really like inspired you to like become an idol, to like pursue this journey, I guess?
When I was little, well, you're Filipino as well, right?
Yeah.
So, so being a Filipino, we always had the karaoke parties, right?
Yeah.
Every party had karaoke, and I always had the mic, and I was always singing. So I knew like I love performing back then. I joke around saying I always wanted to be like Hannah Montana, living like the double life. But I didn't pursue singing until like I met Aquarius, because I was just like, I don't think I could sing. I'll just stick with dancing and performing like that kind of thing. So it was kind of surreal starting singing my singing journey with Aquarius.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Did
I was just like,
you
wow, maybe I could be an idol.
did you take dance classes prior to like Aquarius? You did.
Yeah, I was actually I took dance in high school, and then I was also in a modern hip hop team in high school. So we did like competitions and stuff. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's something totally different
That's
from idol
very
dancing.
different. I know. I think like what was it? Christy, when I did like Aussie Open, like also did like modern hip hop. It was like very out of I guess like out of nowhere compared
Yeah.
to Idol. With Aquarius being your first, was Aquarius your first Idol activity, or like did you do like any like covers prior to that, or?
Actually, when I got into Love Live, that's when I was starting to cosplay as well, and I started doing. That was also around the time that I quit my modern hip hop dance team,
Mm.
because I was going to college. It was more of a junior team kind of thing. Um, but yeah, I got into cosplay and I started doing cosplay dance covers. Um, a lot of Love Live, of course, a lot of Muse, and um, and then when the time Aqua came out, like they were introducing Aqua, I was like, I want to make an Aqua cosplay dance cover group, and that was called Shining Aqua. Back to my roots. And I didn't know the like anyone well in the cosplay community. I had to like reach out and like see who dances and like who wanted to audition, and that's how I like made friends in the cosplay community from there. So yeah, I actually had Shiny Aqua. We did end up disbanding, or I ended up leaving, and they kind of continued on their journey from there. But yeah, that was like my first like dance cover group. It was really nice. Back to my roots. Love you guys if you guys are here.
Speaking of your cosplay covers, you went under. I guess like you had a different name compared to now as I.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
what inspired that, and like what made you change it?
So actually, my actual name, as Filipinos, there's always two names, right? Okay.
Right.
For me, it's actually Lovely Princess. That's my official first name.
Mm.
And when I went to Japan, my friends from Japan, they gave me a nickname, and they wrote it in kanji, and they put Aihime.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I was like, I like that. I'm gonna stick with Aihime, and I made that as my Instagram handle. And then I did end up changing it because I don't know. I felt like I don't know why. I felt like I shouldn't have that kind of name for some reason.
Yeah, I get it. Like.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did end up changing it to Lily, which I do like. I do like the name Lily, and I like using it as my idol name. It's similar to Lovely. It has an L and a Y still, so yeah.
So, with Aquarius, I think we got Jelly's perspective, where
Mhm.
like I think like she met up with a bunch of people that out of her college or something. How did you meet everyone from Aquarius?
So, actually, I remember this specifically. The first person I met from Aquarius, like old, like with the original members, was Jelly. And I was on an Instagram live, and it was a Christmas Instagram live, and I think I was like getting ready for ALA, and I was like making my cosplays for Anime Los Angeles, and Jelly was in the live, and I was telling her, oh yeah, I was telling the live, I was making my Shukochara cosplay, I was making Rima Clown Drop, and Jelly was like, oh, can I join you? I would like to do Amulet Clover. I don't know who this Jelly was at the time. I was like a random but I didn't know a lot of people in the cosplay community either. So I was just like, yeah, join me. I would love to see your Amulet Clover cosplay. And then we ended up like DMing each other, and we were like, hey, let's do a dance cover together. Let's do a Byono dance cover together. I was like, I'm down. And that was my first time meeting Jelly, and then we did a dance cover together. And from there, yeah, I think I just met the rest of Aquarius from there. She needed me to cover Koini Naritai Aquarium.
Right.
She needed me to fill in as Ruby because I already had a Ruby cosplay. So I filled in as the Ruby. But that was it from that beginning of the yeah.
So, with Aquarius, I guess originally starting as a cosplay cover group. Do you remember like the very, very, very first like performance on stage that you did as part of the group?
I did. I was actually just being their temporary Ruby at the time, before I was their official Ruby. But I during that time when I was like just a stand-in Ruby, we did Awaken the Power, and we did the music video, and then we did that at ALA. We did ALA and Impulse. They were both back-to-back weekends. And I remember performing with them and like just practicing with them. I was like, oh, it feels so nice to be like in a dance group again, kind of feeling. And you know, they're all like a bunch of amazing people, and it was. I actually ended up crying after my Impulse performance with them because I was like, I don't get to dance with you anymore. Like, this is the end of it, kind of thing. Like, I really like they're just like a bunch of great people to perform with and hanging out with. So I was like, I don't know. I can't hang out with you guys anymore, kind of thing.
Because like
So, yeah.
everyone is very spaced out in Cali, right?
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah. At least for like Aquarius, like I guess the furthest away from each other would be like an hour and a half.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. But we do end up meeting up for practices. Like we do try to make it work and stuff.
So, with that first performance and then like that feeling of like not being able to like be a permanent group, when did you like actually, form an actual permanent group?
When they were a permanent group. I was just temporary member. But when they officially put me in as an official Ruby, it was that same year, just a few months after that performance,
Right.
where they're like, hey, we want you as our official Ruby. And I was like, I get to dance with you guys again? Kind of feeling. Yeah.
With you in the group, how many performances did you do before the whole group like transitioned into an actual original group? Because
I did. Actually, now that I think about it, it wasn't that much because I did Awaken the Power, ALA, and Impulse with them as their temporary Ruby. And then when I was their official Ruby, we did AX that summer. And then we did next ALA for Brightest Melody. And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe like 4 performances in total with them. Yeah. Before, the pandemic.
In the meantime, when the pandemic hit, like what did everyone do regarding the group?
We before the pandemic hit, Haley was actually supposed to graduate. So we were like trying to figure out like, okay, who's gonna be our new Mari? But since the pandemic hit, Haley stayed, and we did like offline. Was it like covers? But like we recorded in our own homes and we
Oh
just put
yeah.
it together, kind of thing. Social distance kind of covers together. And I remember Jelly bringing up the idea, like, "Hey, what if we're our own original idol group?" Just like one random day, I remember, and we were just like, "Let's get on call and talk about it. Let's go over it." Cause, but at the time I was like, I'm kind of interested, cause yeah, because I think Aqua was like slowly dying down from there, or like we weren't also we were like also like we want to do our own thing, kind of thing.
Right.
So during the pandemic is where we started talking about like let's try to be our own original idol group, especially when two of our Chica and our Hanamaru cosplayer, they left the group for like personal reasons. So we were like, there's 7 of us left. Let's just do our own thing now, kind of thing.
So
Yeah.
you just like separated like the cosplay. Now you have your own identities. Um, with now as an original group, because like I think I asked Jelly this too. It was the Cherry Blossom Festival around March 2022 was like
Yes.
that first performance. How was that first performance compared to the first performance as just a cosplay cover group?
That compared to the cosplay performance, it was a little nerve-wracking because I'm not in cosplay. I'm being me, which
Right.
is completely different. And but it was also exciting because I get to do songs outside of Love Live. And yeah, it was kind of nice. Just being me and doing songs that we want to do, and it was like a different feeling because it's like people are cheering not because I'm like in cosplay, but people are cheering because we're us, you know.
Right.
And it was a nice feeling.
With so with now as an original group, you kept doing performances. So like from 2022 to I guess like 2023, I guess around that time span, do you have like a favorite like performance from that like time? Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I always think about our Anime Impulse OC stage where we did Wake Up Girls, we did Tachiagare,
Mm.
and I was the one that personally suggested that song too because I love Wake Up Girls. And I don't know, something about that performance because I think that was the performance where I did more singing this time around because at Cherry Blossom they didn't really have a lot of mics. They didn't really have mics for us to sing, so we did more dance covers or like we sang over our covers. So that performance was where I actually got to sing more, and I did a duo with Jelly where we did Tiny Stars as well. And Tiny Stars is like it means a lot to me because it's kind of like reaching for your dream that you thought you couldn't, and that was me because I was like I didn't know I would be an idol. You know, so yeah, that the whole performance during that time was like probably one of my favorites.
Mm. With because like as as Aquarius the cosplay group, I would assume like you were just covering like Love Live Sunshine and like mostly stuff from that's adjacent to that. Now as original, you're covering more like stuff branching out. Do you mm, do you what am I trying to say? With that, like, do you have like a specific like set list that like you would do like for conventions, or like did you just like vary it out or like whatever?
Yeah, I think we try to talk about the theme, especially for like racquetball season. We're like, oh, something that flows well, but that especially for like subunits, it's just things what we want to do. Like we always list out suggestions and see who wants to do what. Um, yeah, and then for some reason it just flows really well with each other.
Hmm. So yeah, so like around this time when Aquarius started or like actually got momentum like going, what was like the SoCal idol scene like?
um, when Aquarius started, like as their original idol group, I remember we were just trying to go for um convention stages and stuff. Um, I felt it was nerve wracking because we're not cosplaying anymore. We're just being us, but we still had a lot of support from like our original like fans, and like they still came out to support. And I feel like the idol scene has grown a lot since then, especially with like having our own like LA Idol party.
Right.
It's specifically for idols, and I know ALA has like the idol showcase specifically for like all the idols and stuff, which is really cool. So it definitely changed a lot since then because now there's more opportunities for us to just to be with like other idols and like support other idols and stuff.
Yeah, I felt like this year, I guess, is like the actual the peak of of the kaigai idol scene because like we got a bunch of like standalone like things like Otacon had like the idol showcase. What else?
Mm.
Natsumatsuri on the East Coast, and then the start of like Idol Party volumes 1 and 2, and then the last new whiff. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah. There's been a lot, and I know a lot of new like kaigai idols like they debuted like this year, even like recently when I visited some of the conventions. Like, oh wow, there's so many new
there's
faces
so
in the
many
community. Yeah, so
people.
many. It's very exciting.
It's actually sweet that like people are getting inspired by like I guess other groups and other like soloists to become one of their own. So
Yeah, it's so nice to see. I love it.
so we talked about racquetball. Might as well get into it because that was the very first and I guess still only original song that Aquarius has done for sure. So,
Mhm.
what really prompted like the group to really do um, an original?
Well, when we started our original idol group, we knew we wanted to do a song. We knew we wanted to do an original song. We just don't know what. We were all joking like, haha, what if we do it like after our racquetball stage? Because that's where we used to practice. It was just a racquetball stage in the gym we all used to practice in. We were like, haha, what if it's like called a racquetball? What if we just go back to our roots? Like we would play around and it actually became reality. That Yeah, but it actually I think it represents us pretty well, like the song, like how hype it is and like honest the funkiness of it. I feel like we just represent us well, and I think it's a great first original song for us
Yeah,
because we did have
it's
we did
good.
have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, like the guitar and like everything. Yeah, and then the MV, which I guess you had to have crowdfunded. I think it was. Yeah.
Yes, we did crowdfund it. Yeah, we were like so nervous. We were like, I don't know if people are gonna support, but let's try our best. Let's try to promote it as much as we can. And we were surprised that it like reached for us to make a music video.
How long did it take for it to like get really funded?
Oh gosh, I feel like if we I remember doing the donation like towards the end of the year, and then it got fully donated. Was it? For sure, it's within a year.
Oh, okay.
For sure, yeah.
So with the actual MV, I know like there was like some members that produced it or like storyboarded the actual like MV. Did you have like any specific responsibilities during that shoot?
Not during the shoot, but for the song itself, I helped choreographed it
Ooh.
with along with Jay. Um, my favorite thing I choreographed in the song was probably the breakdown, the
Hmm.
little whacking section, because
Yeah.
I'm a whacker. I love whacking.
Yeah.
And it's probably my favorite thing to do back when I was, in the dance team. So I need to put in my roots in there somewhere.
Was there like any other like influences that you wanted to pull from while doing the choreo?
Yeah, I remember. I helped Jay with formations as well. I think I have like I don't know, artistic mind. Like when it comes to like my old dance team, they were very particular about how the formations look and how it would look in particular to like the choreo we're doing. So I really put I try to put a thought into that, like how the formations should look and how it would affect how the choreo would look as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So we talked about racquetball. We talked about the origins of Aquarius, and we might as well. I guess like this is technically Northwest Idol Fest Revenge Arc, we might as well talk about Northwest Idol Fest. So,
Yes.
Aquarius was added to the community stage for Northwest Idol Fest. Was there like any exact reasonings like for the group to apply?
Oh, because we did Florida in Holiday Matsuri in Florida, and we all had like an amazing time, and we wanted to just expand our roots or expand like our audience somewhere. And Jelly brought up Northwest Idol Fest. I was like, I do want to go to Seattle. I've been meaning to go to Seattle for a long time, and I think it's just fun traveling together too. So yeah, we decided to try to do Northwest Idol Fest because that's just where the all the idols are. We want to meet other idols as well outside from like California. So I
So,
think that was the main reason.
so it was only the 4 out of the 7. It was you, Jelly, Tuna, Eggy, not me,
Yes.
other Eggy,
Other
better
Eggy,
Eggy, better Eggy.
no.
So why specifically only like the 4 of you out of the 7?
Originally, it was supposed to be all 7 of us. We had a set list. We had a set list ready to go. We were practicing it all summer for Northwest Idol Fest. But late August to early September is when people, they had their reasons for dropping out. Whether it be like work or school or,
Yeah, that's understandable.
yeah, which is totally understandable. So, which means the 4 of us only had like 3-4 practices to come up with another set.
Oh.
But that's why that's why we did a lot of solo songs, because for solo songs you could just practice at home. And we did like a new song and two songs, Racquetball obviously, and then a song we already knew, so Triangle Dreamer. Yeah.
So,
We wish it was all 7 of us
yeah,
though.
I wish it was, but yeah, because like
I-
even for me, I kind of want to redeem myself because like I like during the first idol party, I only got Jay's Checky, and then I guess like, yeah for like Northwest, I got like everyone else's. So you, I Jelly, and then Tuna, and then Eggy, and then now
Oh, so you gotta collect them all.
I gotta collect them all. Maybe next idol party, but hopefully.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to ask you because Jelly was added to the Northern Lights Festival lineup. Did you also want to apply for that, or did you just want to stick with the community stage?
Actually did want to apply to Northern Lights, but around that time I had Anime Riverside, and I also did a solo stage there with Jelly. We like split like the stage and like have our own like little solo performances. And then during Riverside, I was just like, I don't think I'm ready.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to have another solo performance yet. I wanted to like build up my confidence a bit, and I know I was working on my song at that time too, and I don't think I wanted to have a solo performance where I had my song ready as well. Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to like feel better about myself. So I didn't apply around that time, and plus I didn't want I wanted Jelly to shine because yeah.
So,
I mean, she had like her piece of cake stuff out already. I was like, you know what? I'll let Jelly have it. It's okay. Yeah. Because I wasn't sure if they're gonna have like 2 Aquarius members in the Northern Lights, So I was like, Jelly can have it. It's totally fine. Yeah.
So with the community stage, as a performer, I guess with the group performance and also like your semi-solo section, like what did you think of it overall?
I don't know why, but I was so nervous.
Really?
So nervous. Usually I don't get nervous before a performance. But for some reason that one I was shaking. I was gonna puke. Like I think it's also because it's like a new, kind of like a new audience, and also like I'm in front of like a lot of other idols, and I'm also teasing my new song, and I was so nervous. But I still think I did my best. I still had fun.
Anything that you could have like done differently during that?
Yeah, I think do better on my teaser song.
What? It was good. What?
I felt so nervous. I was so nervous. My heart was like I don't know, it was coming out of my chest during my song, because it was like my first time performing in front of people, and I was like, I felt so vulnerable because it was just like this is my song, these are my lyrics that I made, you know. Um, but I mean, after that, I felt better for LA Idol Party.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You talked about like other idols being in the audience. Did you go to any other like performer sets during Northwest?
I did, yes. So I know I went to Northern Lights, so I watched all the idols there. I also went to the community stage and watched. I don't know her name. I didn't catch her name, but Jill and I were just walking in. And we're like, "Ooh, let's get in. Let's go watch." But I remember she was like the red and pink idol,
Red and pink.
and she threw flowers into the audience.
Oh, Sherry Ife. Oh my
Yes,
god.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes. her. Yes, she was amazing. I was like, oh, she's so cool. Yes.
Yeah, I had her on I guess like on the road to Northwest Idol Fest. She's a really interesting performer. Really good too. Like she has
Super good.
Yeah. Anyone else that like came to mind that like really like
Pengi.
Pengi.
Oh my gosh, Pengi. I was like backstage with Jelly, and I think Pengi was the first.
Yep.
She's first in Northern Lights, right, to perform, and literally jaw dropped. I was like, she is so good live. Yeah, like just seeing all these idols and perform, it's just like it just pumps me up and gets me so inspired to like watch them and to perform myself. So I love Idol Festival. I love idols like dedicated events because it's just like it makes me feel so happy.
Even for me, like I guess like this is the very first. I guess very first and very last Northwest Idol Fest, but like
Yeah.
very focused on idols. It's very much, I guess, really fun for me because like I do idolize. I love idols,
Yeah.
so this is my thing. So it's very fun. It was fun. So
It was so fun, and I'm glad that we got to be there before it moved.
well, it's moving to like home territory.
Yeah. So maybe all 7, I hope, this time around.
Hopefully, maybe main stage, maybe.
Hopefully.
But we talked a little bit about your solo. Well, you performed a little bit, a snippet at the community stage, and let's talk about Reaching You, even though it hasn't come out yet. But it's fine. Might as well talk about
fine.
it.
Yes, it's totally fine.
When did you decide to like you wanted to create your own music as a soloist?
I started thinking about it after Jelly actually did her first solo song. I was like, oh, you could do my solo song too. I could do a solo song. That's kind of cool. Because I was like, oh yeah, I could do that too. You're right. I don't know. I just never come to mind until Jelly like started writing hers. I was like, oh, you're so cool. I don't know. Like Jelly just inspires me so much. I never tell her this, but it does inspire me a lot. But yeah, so like I just didn't know exactly what yet, and it wasn't until the summer, maybe like around May or June, is where I was like trying to find what kind of sound I wanted. And I remember before getting into idols, I was a huge Annie song person. Like I love Supercell. My favorite opening is Paper Moons from Soul Eater. Like yeah. Or like even the Noragami openings. I was just like, it was a huge, like I love those kind of like, you know, anime openings. And then that's when I realized I was like, what if I make an anime opening for like my own magical girl? Because I do love magical girls. So yeah, that's when I started like trying to like start making Reaching You. Yeah.
Well, from from concept on paper to finished product, how long did it take to like complete Reaching You?
So I got in contact with my producer, Brandon Chun. He's also an EV133. He also produced Racquetball. I talked to him around late June, early July. I was like, hey, I kind of want to do a song, and I want it to sound like a sick anime opening. And then from there, he gave me like demo tracks and seeing which one I liked best. And we were in the talks of like what kind of sounds I wanted, what kind of elements I wanted in it. Um, and then he gave me my first verse to chorus demo, and that's when I started writing lyrics. And he was the I told him like I don't know how to write lyrics, but do you have any tips? And he told me to think of a topic and to just write it out for 5 minutes. Whatever comes to mind, just write it out for 5 minutes. Even if it doesn't make sense, and just pick out the lines you like. I was like, oh, okay. And I was thinking like, what kind of topic do I want? And I remember telling Brandon that I want the song to have a I want to reach you kind of feeling.
So
And
is
that's
that
where the
that's where it came
that's
from?
where the I was
see.
like I want to reach you kind of feeling, so that's where the title reaching you came from. So we completed at least the lyrics and the full demo in September. So we started in July, and then September is when like the full demo and full lyrics were done, and then master version was done actually this past weekend.
What?
The
Oh my
master
god.
version, yeah. I recorded vocals, I think, towards the end of October, like
Hmm.
2 weeks towards the end of October.
So is that why like you only did like a small
Yes.
section? Okay, I see.
Yes. I was like, is it weird if I just do a small version? And he was like, no. And you know what? I actually ended up changing. I didn't change the chorus lyrics, but I did end up changing some dance choreo and some lyrics from to the mastered version. So
Mm.
yeah.
So now that you like created a song as a soloist and also being a part of like production with Racquetball as a group, what is there like any like similarities or differences like in like producing or like writing stuff as a group or as a soloist?
Yeah. So writing as a soloist is really hard. I guess like the pros to like being in a group would be like we could all split up our duties. Like some people could do choreo, some people could focus on lyrics, or we all did end up writing lyrics, and then someone like took pieces from each of everyone's ideas and put them together. So which was nice. It was like everybody. I think it helped that everybody had like the same idea for racquetball too. Like we all wanted to convey the same message, and so it was nice having everyone like work on it. As a soloist, yes, I have my own idea. Like it helps, it's just me, so I know what I want. Um, but it was hard trying to figure out lyrics. Um, I would like sit in bed and I would like repeat the melody in my head until like lyrics came. Um, but once I started lyrics, it just flew from there. Like once I started like putting it all together, it's just like, which was very helpful. Um, but then I had to also think about choreo, and so thinking about like having time to like make lyrics and then record vocals and then also doing choreo was like pretty hard. Yeah, because like when I was doing racquetball, I had Jay with me who also helped me with choreo. But for reaching you, it was like it's just me. I had to try to think of it. And honestly, I'm still trying to finish choreo for reaching you.
Well, we talked about the behind the scenes stuff, but like, is there a clear cut difference from Lily of Aquarius performing versus Lily the soloist performing?
Ooh, I feel like Aquarius Lily. I feel like I get typecasted as like the cutesy. I get the cutesy lines. I get like the cutesy lines and stuff. Or like that cutesy ad libs in the songs, which I do absolutely love. I love doing those lines. But I feel like when I'm doing Reaching You, I get to show like a different side of Lily, which is pretty exciting. Cause like Reaching You is like more it's like songs that I really really like those kinds of songs, like rock and stuff.
Has Aquarius done like at least something of that vibe, or no? It's just clear cut idol.
I guess Guilty Kiss, Strawberry Trapper.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I love love Strawberry Trapper. I was really happy doing Strawberry Trapper. I was really happy doing Metal Love Rock by Wasta. Because it also has that cool rock vibe. I love doing songs like that. I do love my cutesy ones, of course I do, but my vibes are more towards like very cool, despite my looks.
With the song, I guess, yeah, the master's done. So like, was there anything that you wanted to add in, or was there anything that you wanted to change, or like anything at all? Now that it's finished.
I think Brandon did an amazing job mixing and mastering it. I literally cried when I heard the master version. I was in tears. I was like, I think it finally hit me that I was like, this is my song, and it's gonna be, shown off to the world kind of thing. So I don't think I would change anything about it. It was exactly what I wanted. And every little note that I had for the song, like, I want a slow down here, I want a pause here, kind of everything that I wanted, he put it in, and he did it perfectly. So he really took my suggestions well. So thank you, Brandon.
So you did this small snippet at Northwest. Did you also do it? Yeah. You also did it at Idol Party Volume 2, right?
Yes. Yeah. And then I did the full version at Anime Riverside.
So, how was the reception there at Idol Party for that song?
Oh my gosh, everybody loved it. Yeah, I was like, again, I was nervous. I was like, oh no, I'm doing this the second time, and I felt so traumatized from Northwest Idol Fest because of how nervous I was. And I was like, I need to do a better job. Like, I wanted redemption. Like, I was so...
You did fine. You did fine.
I didn't think so. Thank you, though. Thank you. But so I felt more confident in myself then. And then my parents were there too, and my dad, they really liked it, especially my dad, because he's actually he was in a band and he plays that kind of music, so he was just like, that's cool, I like that. Yeah.
Speaking of your parents, like, were they supportive of like Aquarius, or?
Yeah, they were actually. It's funny because I'm the oldest of 3 siblings, and we all do some kind of performing, and I do my idol stuff. My little sister, she's actually in a modern dance team. We were both in it together, but I was the one that separated into the idol journey. And my sister stayed in the hip hop dance world. So she has her dance team, and then my little brother does marching band, and my parents are very supportive of like all of our performing. They're always there. They always try to be there in all of our performances and stuff. So I'm very grateful for them.
Well, I can't wait for reaching you to come out in a couple days on your birthday.
Yes.
So looking forward to that. Also looking forward to the merch. Also, if you want to buy merch from Lily and also follow Lily, just go there. Go to her card and also buy stuff on the bigcartel.com of Lily Lovely. bigcartel.com. Anyway, might as well chill while we're there. But with Nuef out of the way, and also with the solo almost out of here, or almost released, might as well go to talk about like the future, and like also talk about overall your whole idol journey with Aquarius. So kind of want to ask, since I did ask Jelly this as well, what would be the weirdest gig that you've done for Aquarius?
Oh man, the weirdest one. The event wasn't weird, but I think it was weird because it wasn't our target audience.
Oh.
It was like the Cherry Blossom Festival in San Diego. Beautiful event. It's just, people aren't, I don't know. It's not the target audience.
They're for the Sakura Blossoms.
Exactly. They're there for the Sakura Blossom, and if anything, they were inside to like get away from the heat. Yeah, so I mean, if they ended up liking idols after a performance, that's great. But it was yeah. I still like the event. I just they want us back, but I don't think we it's
You don't
also
want to?
very busy.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's hard to get in and park and everything.
On the other side of the spectrum, like, what would you consider the toughest gig that Aquarius has done as a group?
Hmm. Toughest one, I think maybe it would have to be I'm stuck between two for two different reasons.
You could
Um
name them both. Why
yeah.
not?
Okay. So even though it was one of my favorite performances, Anime Impulse OC, where we did Wake Up Girls and Tiny Stars, it was also like 100 degrees plus. It was the heat wave weekend.
Ooh.
And we were on an outside stage, and our merch table was inside a building where there was no ventilation. So I would say that was kind of tough, and it was tough performing in the heat because like I felt like I was getting tired quicker, and I couldn't sing well because my throat was dry because of the heat, and also the sun was just it was just right there. So I would say that was probably tough just because the weather was like not in our favor. Um, and then the other one would be actually it is for the same reason, AX, because it's an outside stage and we were under the sun, so it was kind of hot. And nobody wanted to be watching don't no one wants to watch under the sun, so we didn't get that much like people watching because it was hot. It was hot that day, and I don't blame people for not wanting to go outside and watch us.
Yeah, like I feel like there's a common problem with like with like I guess like idol stages being outside and being it like in the 110s 120s like as of recently. I think we have like another
Yeah.
event there, but like it is what it is. It kind of sucks, but
Also with like small stages.
oh
Like they sometimes events would invite us and they know we're 7 people and they know we need 7 mics, and sometimes they don't give all 7 mics, or sometimes we don't have the big enough stage. So
right.
it is what it is. We try to adjust.
For your toughest gig, I thought you were gonna answer with something that I was gonna talk about. First Idol Party, Volume 1. I think that was the very first time I saw Aquarius. During, I guess, like one of the songs, mic goes off. I think it was your mic. It
It
was
was
your
my
mic.
mic,
And you were
yeah.
like, you were trying to sing, and then it was muted. And then, like, someone had to hand you another mic. So.
Yes. I totally blocked that out of my memory.
But
That
yeah.
was actually that was kind of tough.
Yeah. But,
But not. Sorry.
no, you first.
But yeah, my mic did go off, and I was like kind of confused. I was like, "Is it just me?" I was like, "I swear it's on." But also not only my mic, but my fan. During the breakdown of Nippon Egal, um, I hit Jay's hand while we're and my fan flew off stage.
Oh,
And then when I went to
yeah.
yeah, and then when I went to go get it, it was broken. I don't think I think it was more one of my funnier stages. I would put that as a funny stage day for me.
But
But
yeah,
yeah.
like, determined to like keep going even when something what goes wrong. That's awesome of you. So
Thanks. I try. I was like, oh no, it's off. But yeah. Show must go on.
show must go on, and also Aquarius must go on because it's been what around 7 years since the group has formed.
Yes.
What really like kept you guys going for this long?
I think just our friendship. Honestly, like we just love being around each other, and it's so fun to hang out with them, and we have a lot of things in common. We just click. Like we just click so perfectly together. And I think that's really like such a key when it comes to groups, especially bigger groups. Like just that connection with each other, and like that longing and wanting to perform with each other. Because every time I perform with them, like all 7 of us on stage, it's just such a nice feeling compared to like subunits or solo.
Well, also speaking of subunits and solo, do you prefer performing as a soloist or as a duo? I know you performed with Jelly as Tea Time recently, as like last weekend, as Ube with Jay, years ago, I think. But
I think that was like last year, yeah.
yeah, like, what's your preference on that?
I feel like each has their like pros and cons. I do prefer groups because I like I like accomplishing something together as a group, like with all seven of us, and like weeks and weeks of practicing, like making our outfits and preparing for it. It's like it feels like a nice feeling once it's like we perform, and it's really nice. As for like soloists or duos, I feel like I have more leeway on what songs I want to do, which is what I like a little bit more. But it does get lonely on stage. It does get lonely on stage, and I have to sing a whole song and a whole dance by myself. Where in the group, it's like I'm with other people, and they're like singing and dancing with me. So yeah, I do prefer like groups more.
Um, are there like any songs that you want to cover in the future as a soloist and as a part of Aquarius?
Yeah. For Aquarius, I want us so badly want us to do an equal love song. I want us to do an equal love song. Um, there was this one song. I actually ended up singing it as my solo because I just really like that song. But I would love to sing it with Aquarius because it focuses more on vocals and like harmonies, and it's like a more slow ballads kind of song. It's called Last Note Gashiranai, and I love that song, and it has pretty harmonies, and I just feel like it would be a good challenge for us to like focus on vocals and like harmonizing with each other. Um, but yeah, and then for like solo stuff, I really want to cover Paper Moons. Like Paper Moon, like Paper Moons was actually like my inspo for Reaching You. That was like one of the inspo songs I sent to Brandon, and then I was like, man, I would love to cover Paper Moons one day. Yeah.
Um, I guess like being tenured with Aquarius for multiple years, and we have like upcoming idols or like people that recently debuted that watch this show. Do you have like any general advice for idols?
Yeah, just don't give up. Believe in yourself. Cuz like when I was little, I honestly I didn't think I would be an idol. I really didn't. Like I was like I can't sing. I get tired when I sing and dance together. But like if you really like put your time and effort into it and like practice and like just do what you love, and like even if you mess up, I know I should say this to myself too. Even if you mess up or you're nervous, like you still performed and you did something really fun. I need to say that to myself too.
I mean, personally, you yourself are always gonna be like the harshest critic, so for sure. I know for a fact, even for me. But yeah. Is there like any bucket list things that you want to achieve as a soloist?
As a soloist, um, I think having a lot of views on my song would be great. I also want to just have a solo live, like my own little solo live, showcasing me where I'm like also very confident in myself. Because I do get nervous being on stage alone, but I would like to reach a point in my career where I was like, I could do this. I could go on stage by myself and sing this song all by myself, kind of feeling.
On the other side of the spectrum, what are some really, I guess, like big things that you want to like achieve with Aquarius?
Travel together. I would love to travel with Aquarius. I felt like Florida with all seven of us. It was hard because there wasn't anything around. And we were always busy, so it was more like a work
Oh,
trip,
business trip, yeah.
business trip kind of thing. Seattle was great because we did have time to like, explore together, and I want that with all seven of us. Maybe Japan. Maybe that's like the big dream right there. Honestly, I would love to like have all of us go to Japan and maybe perform.
I mean, like, I think tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow there's like a gigantic kaigai Taiban with
Yes.
like Phoebe, uh, some other people that I don't
Yes.
remember, but like Phoebe's the big one that I remember. But like, yeah, hopefully there's like events like that where Aquarius can perform in Japan. Like,
Yeah, I think that'll be really, really cool.
yeah, like I've what? I've had like maybe two guests that performed in Japan, Wooly and like Aiden, and also Marmalade. But like, yeah, maybe there's a chance a Kaigai Idol like event will pop up in the future. So
Yeah,
we'll
that'll be
see.
cool. We'll see. But yeah.
What else? What do you how long do you think you can like keep at like this idol journey? This yeah, this idol career.
I've always thought about that. um, I am turning 28 this upcoming Monday. Um,
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. And I always because Jelly and I are around the same age, we're always like, how long are we gonna do this for? And I really do I love being an idol and I love performing, and it's been my dream. And God forbid that anything happens like school. I'm just kidding. But I do hope if I like further in my career or do go back to like go to grad school, I still have time to be an idol. Because I do love performing, and I would love to perform for I don't maybe just a few more years before I have to like settle down and be a hardworking adult.
um, I guess with that, in retrospect, what would the current you tell the Lily that was about to debut as a cosplay like idol, and the Lily that was about to debut for Aquarius when they were starting out as an original group?
Oh my gosh. I would like tell that Lily, believe in yourself. Um, don't don't think you're a bad singer. You could do it. And there's a very great idol world out there, and you're gonna meet so many great people. You're gonna be in an amazing group, and you're gonna make a song one day. It's gonna happen.
What else? I guess any upcoming uh gigs that you want to like promote? Any songs or anything that you want to promote here?
Yeah. Well, yes. Well, Reaching You is coming out on November 11. It's a song that talks about fighting against fate to be with the one you love. It's very much inspired by like books I've read or like games I played where like the two leads just can't be together for whatever reason. Like fate's just pulling them apart. And I love gut wrenching stories like that. I love to cry. So and then I was trying to think of a story for like my magical girl anime for the right. So
Right.
I was like, I don't want I want this magical girl anime to be really sad. I just like sad stuff. So I was like, okay, they're fighting against fate, and I was thinking, oh, it's an enemies to lover. The she likes someone that's the enemy, and like they're fighting. Yeah. So I was just like, there's this whole story in my head about how it was gonna go down. I was like, all right, now I make a song about that. So yes, it's coming out November 11th. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be having a release party live stream event towards the end of the month. It'll be on my Twitch. I'll be performing with other people as well. So yes, more to come on my socials.
Can't wait for that. I actually want to see it. So, um, okay, might as well. Like, we did this with Pengi, but might as well do it here because I do actually have
Oh.
This is a segment called Fortune of the Day, where I
Oh.
tell the guests their fortune, I guess. Because
Oh,
I
cute.
have a bunch of fortune cookies from the Chinese buffet. So we did it with Pengi, and we might as well do it here. Have like one more. Might as well do it for the next guest next week. So Lily. Oh, there's nothing here. There's nothing on the back, because last time on the back it said like it was advertising like some therapy or whatever. But like,
Oh.
there's nothing here. It's blank. But
Okay, so I don't need therapy.
No. So, all right, Lily. You display the wonderful traits of charm and courtesy. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. And if you wanna play the lotto, your lucky numbers are 15, 36, 33, 49, 50, and 7.
All right, I'm putting that down. Hey, if I do end up winning, I'll give you half.
All right, deal. But also we don't a tradition that we have for every single idolize is called the worst pep talk ever, where for 1 minute I, Eggy Drago, government name Vincent, give the guest a pep talk. So for 1 minute, here we go. Lily, you were good. You were really good at Nuif, and the small snippet of Reaching You that I saw at Northwest Idol Fest was really good, and I can't wait for it to be performed in full, and also I can't wait for the song to be released on Spotify and also other digital streaming platforms, but mainly Spotify. But also, you are a great performer, and it is an amazing feat that like Aquarius is still going on after like all these years. It's very, 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 very rare that like a kaigai like group has gone this long as an active group. So props to you, props to every single member of Aquarius. I hope you can do more solo songs. I hope Aquarius can do more original songs whenever that time comes. But yeah, what else? Honestly, whenever I'm in California and hopefully there's another idol party, I hope to see Aquarius perform again. And I also need to collect the 3 remaining checkies. Oh wait, no, 3? No. I got the 4 J, so 2 more.
2.
Yeah.
You do 2 more.
Yeah, so hopefully I can see you guys again for Idol Party Volume 3 whenever that happens. So, because it seems like Aquarius is a mainstay for Idol Party. So, Volume 3 it is. And honestly, keep doing what you gotta do. Keep up the great work, honestly. So, that's all.
Thank you. Oh, that's so sweet.
Minute 33. Of course, it's a horrible pep talk every single time.
No, I love that. I love that.
But yeah, that is. I guess this concludes this episode of IDOLEYZ. Lily, thank you so much for accepting this invitation. I know it took a little bit long, but we finished the story. So
It is. Thank you so much for having me. I was so excited to be on.
And yeah. I don't have the promo up, but next, I have to check the DM. Next Thursday, November 14, 6 p.m. PST, 9 p.m. EST, we have another IDOLEYZ. We don't have the promo up. That's on me. But it's going to be MS Paint Palette. MS Paint Palette was staff at Northwest Idol Fest and also released their first original song last month, so we'll be talking about that and their experience at Nuif. So, slightly continuing the Northwest Idol Fest Revenge arc. So that'll be cool. But that is it. I know. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. I hope I hope IDOLEYZ was a little bit of a distraction from whatever's going on in the world, and doom and gloom, but all you need is a little bit of hope in this world. So that's all I'll say. So take care, brush hair, be kind, rewind. There's really no one to raid, but yeah, just November 11, go listen to Lily's song when it drops. Also follow Lily. I should probably do the command again. There we go. Follow Lily there.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah. Take care, brush, share, be kind, rewind. The VOD will be up tomorrow on the YouTube channel, IDOLEYEZ 101, and we'll be going to the ending screen right now. Bye. Bye.
Bye.